Gemini, this is Joe, and you have a fantastic reading for the month of June. We're going to get right into it. I just finished with it, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek. You're dealing with the High Priestess twice in your reading, the Moon and the Sun, and the Magician. So you're dealing with a lot of major arcana energy, a lot of repeaters, and I think this is a great reading, so I want you to stick around to the end. It's a great message. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, Gemini, to your to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. I know you're going to love this reading, so trust me. Follow it through to the end. And with that said, let's get started on your reading. Okay, Gemini. So let's do this general reading for June 2020. Again, this is a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. We have two cards that want to come out. And we'll see what's going on. If you hear any bumping or banging, just my kids being obnoxious. And so don't mind that. We got three out. There's one more, so we're going to start with these, and that's four. So, present situation is the High Priestess. Nice. What's before you is the Nine of Wands. So, what's in front of you, your future, near future is the Sun. And then we have what it is you want right now. What's your best outcome? Oh, there it is already. And we have the foundation, subconsciously. What is going on with you? What are you thinking or feeling that's maybe you're not recognizing or acknowledging? Maybe something well, that's interesting. We'll get into it in just a second, but already I got some kind of interesting feelings about this reading. And I'm going to do all these in the upright. I will read them in reverse if I feel they need to be read in reverse. I read cards intuitively first before I apply the face value meaning anyway. So, for the advice, Two of Swords. Don't be afraid to make a decision. Either way, to me, this tells me no matter which way you're going with whatever this is here, either way is a good way to go. And you have the Magician for your external world, external environment. Boy, I don't know. My 2-year-old, he's really romping around up there. Okay, what do you want, or what is it that you're worried about, afraid of, concerned about? This could be a little bit about the shadow side of things. And then the outcome. Seven of Wands. Okay, I'm going to scoot this down a little bit so you can see a little better and rearrange these cards. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. So you're moving, definitely moving in a new direction right now. And this reading is, to me, you know, you have a lot of fire. So this immediately tells me this is about making moves and making some decisions and acting on them. You have the Ace of Swords. So you are definitely starting out on a new path, and you have the Sun in your near future, and really this just plays out like a story of going solo, because you have the High Priestess here for your present situation. And to me, the High Priestess is a little bit, in this reading, is like a little bit unorthodox spirituality and belief system, and you're relying and depending on your own internal knowing and understanding of the world around you and your environment to make decisions intuitively, going with your gut, when it comes to making choices and decisions. But there is a little bit of a hang up here, because you may be worried that one way or the other might be a better outcome or a better choice for you. And really, to me, this is really about, you could choose either way that you want to go. So if you're caught up in June with not being able to make a decision, really, this is like, no matter which way you go, you are going to come out on top. You're going to be enjoying the ride. You have the sun shining on you. The sun is illuminating you, and the sun is about that fuel that allows things to grow. Everything needs the sun to grow and be nourished and to bloom. And so you do have the sun as a major influence in June. And the Four of Wands, really what you're wanting is a bit of a celebration, a victory dance. You want to be confident and moving forward, knowing that there are not so many worries of the past. You have the Nine of Wands in the past here. So this shows me that there is some resolved conflict behind you and some worries in your past that are no longer hanging you up in June. Now you have the King of Cups for really what it is, your goal, or what it is you really want out of this situation in June. And we're going to clarify these in a minute. But the King of Cups really is a card of love, love of home, love of family, and loving yourself, being full, and not full with material things, but feeling full and satisfied and content. And this is a very like Zen kind of reading here. This is coming out of some past conflict. The only thing here that comes to me as a warning is the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. So there is this second guessing or worrying that you made the right decision in this. And so we're going to see if we can clarify these and get a better idea about what's going on for you in June. What's this all about? So we're going to, there's too many, we're going to see what this Nine of Wands is about from your past. You were probably carrying around a heavy load or preparing to pick up a burden, I feel, that wasn't yours. And I feel like you may have closed yourself off from a situation and decided that it wasn't your circus and it wasn't your monkeys that you had to take care of, if that makes any sense. We have the Devil, so definitely leaving a toxic situation, and I feel like the toxic situation, really, you weren't really a part of that equation. So this is somebody else that was the toxic energy, but choosing to stay in that situation maybe for a time really is a contributing factor. But I feel like you really decided not to carry somebody else's burden. And I want to say intuitively, I feel like somebody had, in your recent past, had an addiction that really dictated a lot of what happened in your life. The mood, the money, it could be effect on your work and relationships. So we're going to pull another one, the High Priestess. Interesting. So this, to me, so we have repeaters here. So this, to me, is like an emphasis about, remaining. This is a position that you've come from, and you're still in that energy. So you've never really left this High Priestess kind of take on things. You knew the truth of the situation, and you know that in all of your wisdom and understanding and knowing the truth about the situation, there was nothing you could do in your power, even being in that the energy of the High Priestess, to change things. That you can't break somebody else's chains. And so I really feel like there was a heavy addiction in the past, and that you had no choice but to walk away. And here we go, is the Ace of Swords. So that decision was made to separate and to stop carrying around somebody's burdens and cleaning up their messes. Now we're going to, and I think this is, you have a lot of major arcana here. So the High Priestess twice, the Sun, and the Magician. And these are like really great cards about manifesting. And so I think, and the King of Cups on top of that really is like a perfect combination for just being in a really zen, creative energy. And I think you knew you had to separate yourself from some toxic stuff in order to, in order to just be content and happy and pursue what it is that you want to pursue. So let's see what this Sun is about in your near future in June. So you might actually be coming out of this toxic, you have the Sun and the Moon. That's amazing. And we're going to get into that in a second. But you may, like, if you're watching this in May, early June, you might just be on the leaving end of this toxic situation. So keep that in mind, that when you're watching this, and this isn't an exact template to when things are going to play out, but this is a general time frame. So you have the Sun and the Moon, and this, the High Priestess twice, the Magician. I mean, this is just crazy. It's been a long time since I've seen cards kind of play out like this, in this way, and you really know what you're all about. I mean, you have the Sun and the Moon, so you are highly intuitive, Gemini, and you have the Sun illuminating and feeding you. It's just the illumination of being kind of blissful, feeling really creative and wanting to, and even loving life, loving yourself and those around you, and getting away from this situation is really amplifying that. And then you have the Moon, so you have this really creative, in touch, intuitive side to you in June. And this, you probably already are this way as a rule of thumb, but this is really amplified in June. Is this just amazing creative magic that I feel for you. And so with the Moon and the Sun, you really have pretty much the ingredients for whatever it is you want. And the Two of Swords here is trust yourself, trust what you're feeling and picking up and thinking, because the doubt is only just going to cause you to question some things in the past. You know that you have made the right decision, so don't question yourself at this point in time. When you're in this time frame of June, know that you made the right decision. So let's see what else might be coming for you. The Seven of Wands is the outcome. The Four of Wands is, what you're hoping for. And that's really coming towards you. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. So there is this renewed cooperation and working with some people. And you have the Four of Wands. So you definitely have some new friends, a new circle, or reconnecting with an old circle of friends, associates. This could be in your work life. This could also be in your family, extended family. So you have like this reunion and reunification with people. And I feel like some of it is from your past. That's why I feel like some of this could be extended family. This could also be related to just feeling like you've been cut off from people with what's going on, current events with the whole pandemic. And I think this could represent just being able to reconnect and getting out of this kind of toxic situation. You might have been holed up with somebody that was really causing you a lot of misery. But let's see what else. What is this Three of Pentacles about? Is this about work? Is this about love? Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. So this is definitely about work. So you might be reconnecting with some people that you've worked with in the past. But whatever it is that you're creating, this is bringing in some abundance. I feel like you think this is your time. Like this is your time. A time that you've waited for quite a while. And so this is your time. You're manifesting this. And you might be actually going a distance from where you live to travel to wherever it is that you will be doing in your work, your career, your creative endeavors. This might be short-term travel, or this might be moving, thinking about moving or relocating. We're going to pull one more for the outcome, and then I'm going to clarify a couple other ones. I want to know what this Ace of Swords is about too down here, but Knight of Pentacles. So this is something that's been in the works, and it's something that you've really been focusing on for a long time. And now that you've cut off this toxic situation, relationship energy, you're able to move forward. And maybe your momentum on this isn't as quick or fast as you would like it to be. Nonetheless, the momentum is forward. And so you are moving forward with your plans and your life changes that you've made decisions to move forward on. And it is going forward. It's not fast. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but this is like a steady energy. This is a steady flow. And this is definitely bringing in a renewed abundance, a renewed prosperity. And it's definitely going to bring in new opportunities for you. And I feel like some of these opportunities in this kind of magical energy, some of these are actually coming toward you. And so I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is something that is approaching you in June, in some kind of creative endeavor. I feel like you might be a little bohemian and just kind of a little hippie-ish maybe even. And this is like just is a really great place for you to be in. So I do want to, and I'm going to, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So this decision, and this is in your subconscious, or maybe what you don't always think about the forefront of your mind is this Ace of Swords, and this is saying I'm done, I'm moving on, I'm moving forward. The Ace of Pentacles, this is like the first token, the first bit of that reward moving forward. And that kind of represents this incoming abundance that's going to be flowing toward you in June. So overall, I think this is a great reading. I think you're in for a great month. And then you have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck here. So this this might be, you know, the Hierophant is very traditional, but it's not just that. It's just having the keys and the knowledge to maybe some esoteric beliefs and some esoteric type you know, secrets and things that maybe not everybody really knows, and you really tap into that, and it really is doing a lot for you. So Gemini, you have an awesome month here, and I think this is a great reading for you. I apologize if I didn't get all the cards in here. This was kind of a last minute getting going on the readings for June, general readings, and so I apologize if I didn't get them all in. We are going to do one of these real quick to cap it off, and if you enjoy this reading, do me a favor, at least give it a thumbs up, because it helps me to get my videos circulating on YouTube. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, let me know how things are flowing in your life and if this resonates with you. So let's just see if we can get one card out of here. Here we go. Yin. Very feminine energy. So, you know, I mean, this is almost like your shadow side. Kind of just feels like intuitively like tapping in to your shadow side, and not the stereotypical, you know, negative kind of connotations to the shadow side. But there are many aspects of the shadow side that are good. And part of that being knowing what you want, or figuring out or finding out what it is you truly want, or really what's going on in the subconscious. And I think you have a really good understanding of yourself, and this feminine energy is going to carry you a great distance in what you're doing starting out in June. And I think that's a lot where this magician and high priestess energy is coming through here for you. So with that said, I'm going to end it here and say, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you again soon.